Hey guys, welcome back. So what we're going to do first is go ahead and get our iPad or your tablet, whatever you use. The app that I'm going to show you to use first is called Procreate. It's what I use to make all of my hand drawings. So when you go to Procreate, here's an example of my stickers, of the ones that I've already done, and here are the layers. So each sticker is on its own layer. If you guys like, I can make a separate video talking to you about that. What I just did was just unclick and re-click the background image, basically just removing it, because when we export it, we want to export it with a transparent background. I usually go ahead and use my favorite brush, which is Moonline for this, in the color white. And I'm just going to go ahead and erase the border around one of the stickers that I made. So basically what this will do is to help Canva know to not mess with this sticker and anything around it. So the reason why I like Moonline better than some of the other ones, because the pressure stays the same regardless of how much that you're putting on it. So generally what you'll do is just trace around your drawing. Now let's pretend you already made a drawing inside of Procreate, right? Remove the background like I showed you. Then go ahead and do what I'm doing now. And you're basically just outlining around it. And this is going to be your border so the Cricut machine doesn't cut anywhere near your actual drawing. This is one of my favorite parts only because, you know, you can make sure that you customize the sticker shape the way you want it to be. Then you're going to go ahead. That's my bad. You're going to go ahead and click on the wrench. You're going to go to share, and then you're going to share it as a PNG file. It's going to export it. Now what I do is, because I pick up where I left off my laptop, I'm going to save it to my files, and then it'll go ahead and transport over to my desktop. Now that's basically it. You have your stickers right here. You have the different layouts. Right now this is basically just like two stickers on a sheet, two separate sticker sheets. And again, here are the layers, the background color. This is me removing it. That way the background is not present when I go ahead and export it to the computer. And that's basically it. So let's go ahead and pick up where we left off on the desktop. Okay, so once we've made our stickers and saved it to your cloud or wherever you save your stickers, you can email them to yourself, just as long as you can get access to them on your computer. Remember, we did save it as a PNG file with a transparent background. That way the Cricut machine will not pick up any background pieces. So what we're going to do is go ahead to our Finder just to make sure that we have it, and we do. We have Manifest Bay as well as the other one that I did. So now we're going to go ahead and open up our Cricut Design Space. So you guys can see I already have it up, actually two different formats. So there's this one which prints out a set of four mini, I would say miniature size stickers. They're pretty good. They're bigger than mini, but smaller than medium. And then here are some other stickers I did. But here's the one that we're going to do right now. This specific Manifest Bay is going to give us some pretty good size stickers. When you have your, when you're uploading them, if you don't already have them saved, what we're going to do is go to New Project. And then we're going to go to Upload. I can actually this. Okay, so we're going to go to upload, and here are uploaded images that I did. I'm just going to go ahead and upload an image. If you have it to your desktop already, you can literally just drag and drop it, or you can just browse. Again, we're going to select the image type. There's simple, moderately complex, and complex. I always choose complex. So then we're going to hit continue. Now I can go ahead and make this bigger. Now what we're going to do is go ahead and zoom out just to make sure that everything is copacetic, right? Now you'll see how the background looks, and that's because when we were still in Procreate, we went ahead and removed the background layer, so that way it's transparent. We don't have to worry about cutting anything out. We went ahead and outlined our stickers in white, so that creates the border. The next one I'm going to do, I'm going to make the border a little bit thicker around some parts, like the shoulder area, for example, because sometimes I've noticed that the Cricut will try to cut it. It will cut sometimes into it, but we're going to put a bleed on it just to protect that. So now we're going to go ahead to continue. Now, once we get to continue, it's going to show us save as a print, then cut image, and then save as a cut image. Now, right here, I kind of use this as a guide also to make sure that what I did in Procreate was right, because see how it's opaque here, there's no gaps, and that's also because while we were in Procreate, after we added the border around the sticker, we took the color and then we filled it. And that just prevents any, missing spots when we're creating the sticker in the drawing process in Procreate. And that prevents the Cricut from trying to cut out little gaps if we don't fill it in. So we're always going to do save as a print, then cut in this situation because we want to send it to our printer first. Now we're going to save it. Okay, so now we have it here and we're going to click on it and then we're going to insert image. Now, what you're going to see is once we have it inserted, it's going to come up super big, right? Now, you may see this. It just shows this way in the Cricut design space. It does not show up in the actual sticker process when it's printed. So what we're going to do is go ahead and minimize this. Now, when you're making the stickers, you can choose either make your own layout there, or you can make the layout here in the Cricut design space, and I'll explain how. So once we have this, we're going to go ahead and be able to size it. Now, when it comes to sizing it, you want to keep it basically within the elements of what the Cricut can cut. Now, it will always tell you up here in the upper right hand corner, you'll normally see like a yield sign. So say if I make it this big, the yield sign is going to come up and it's going to tell you that it's not supported by the maker, it's too large, and reduce it. And it gives you the image size to do 6.75 by 925. So you can do that, or you can just scale it. Like you can either type it in up here, or you can just scale it until this little guy goes away. So that's normally what I do, is just make it a little bit smaller. Okay, perfect. So in Procreate, we went ahead and chose the template size, I would say, in regards to how many stickers we're going to have on the sheet. So this right away will give us 2 separate stickers. Now, what you could also do is what I actually had in the other, actually go to my projects here. You'll see here where I have it. Let me actually customize it, and I'm just going to replace it. So you'll actually see here where I just made the same 2, but then I made them smaller, and then I duplicated it and put it side by side. So when you click on it, you would just go to duplicate, and this exact same one, you can put it directly next to it. So what this will do is give you actually 4 stickers. So as opposed to just if I were to make this bigger, for example, or leave this alone, I'm just getting 2, but they're going to be 2 on the larger side of the stickers, versus by me making them smaller, minimizing them, I'm going to be able to yield 4 sets of stickers. Okay, so we're actually going to go back. I'm going to pull up the original manifest page just so you guys can see how usually I make them this size, and I'm just going to replace it again because I'm going to use this one instead. Okay, so now what we're going to do is go ahead and send it to our printer. Again, I use the Epson ET2760 series. It's an all-in-one inkjet printer. It is really good. We're only going to do 1 copy. Now, with the add bleed, usually I leave it off depending on what I'm doing. The bleed basically just helps pull the color either inwards or outwards depending on what you're doing, to make sure that the Cricut doesn't, 1, cut into your image, but also 2, that your image is actually being pulled out just in case if there's like a border issue. But we created the border, so we should be fine. Sometimes I do leave the bleed on. I'm going to show you guys what it looks like with the bleed off, of course. But with the bleed on, sometimes you guys will see there'll be tiny little lines somewhere like in the image. It can be random, but just know that if you see that, just go ahead and turn it off. Now I'm going to go ahead, turn this off, and print. Alright, so here's the paper that I used. It's by onlinelabels.com. It's 100 sheets of their glossy white sticker paper. I've used this before, not for stickers, but I bought it again because it is pretty glossy. It's a pretty good type of paper. It's has a very high sheen to it. They have it on their website, of course, but I actually bought this from Amazon. They do have an Amazon shop as well. As you guys know, when you're Prime members, you can get stuff a lot sooner. So we're all printed, and this is actually the result, what we're left with. So this is how the colors came out on the paper. Again, I love this printer. It's the Epson 2760 EcoTank printer. The colors are very vivid. They're very pretty. I love, love, love mauve tones. So this is the outcome. It's pretty good. Okay, so now we're all printed out, and we have our stickers, well, what will be our stickers on the mat. Now we're going to do the set base material. As you guys can see, I did go ahead and favorite some of mine that I use for the sticker making process. There's sticky note, which works just fine, and sticker paper as well. Now this I found better for die cut stickers, or the individual stickers, if you will, like the cutouts. And then other, which is the washi sheet. So what I did was I just went through all materials until I found one that kind of seemed okay. One of my cousins, she did say that she uses the washi sheet for the Kiss Cut stickers, and you guys will see what that is. It's basically just like the stickers that you can peel off. So we're going to do the washi sheet for right now. Now what we're going to do is go ahead and load our stickers onto our mat. Okay, so here is our stickers. We're going to go ahead and line it up on our Cricut mat. There's a ruler on there to just make sure that you get the sheet as much inside of like that ruler area that you possibly can. Then go ahead and insert it into your Cricut machine. Now, what I did also want to point out is that you can view the cutting process here as well. I'm going to go ahead and pull out my bag by King Finger that features my Cricut compatible tools. I'm going to go ahead and pull the scraper out right now, only because I know that we will end up using it later on in the video. Once you go ahead and pull your mat off your Cricut machine, just go ahead and fold it over and bend the mat away from the paper. So then what you're going to be left with is your stickers. Now it actually looks pretty good. So you can see here, this is the Kiss Cut ones. You can just go ahead and peel that off. It did pick up like the quality in the hair and everything that I drew on there. Now I'm just taking my cutting tool and I'm just cutting off all the excess pieces. Again, it's from Walmart and I'll link it below. The stickers came out pretty good. So this is the size of the actual sheet. It's some pretty large stickers. So I actually really, really, really like this one here. Okay, so now we're all cut. As you guys had saw, I just used a regular paper cutter from Walmart. You guys can also get them from Amazon as well as from Cricut themselves. So now what we're going to do is go ahead and finish because we are done with this design. I am going to go ahead and save this. See as Manifest Bay 2. Okay, so now what we're going to do is click new because I'm going to show you guys also how to make stickers coming directly from Canva. As you guys know, I love Canva. Okay, so now what we're going to do is go ahead and pull up our internet browser. We're going to go ahead and go to Canva's website. Now here I'm going to show you guys how to make stickers from here, or just designs, and I'll show you guys how that'll work. So now we're going to go to create a design. Again, you guys will see that it'll give you different dimensions. It's suggested based off of things you've done, so like YouTube, thumbnails, videos, Instagram posts, etc. You guys know that I normally go to Instagram posts or Facebook. It really doesn't matter. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull up Instagram. Now we have a regular blank square sheet. You guys can get a background that's a little bit bigger than this, taller, longer. It's up to you. You guys can play around with those dimensions also. Now what we're going to do is go to elements. There are a lot of free options on here as well. If you guys use Canva, Canva is completely free. You do have the option of paying for Pro, which does give you a lot more. It's about $12.99 a month, which honestly, in my opinion, it is worth it. Now we're just going to go to find something that we want to turn into a sticker, right? So let's go to shapes and see what we have here. We have a cute heart and it's free. So we're going to go ahead and use this heart. I'll leave it this size just so you guys can get a better look at it as we're editing it. Now we're going to go ahead and choose our color. I do like mauve colors, but for the sake of the video, we're going to play around with a lot of different colors. So this hot pink one is pretty nice. So this is fun. So let's go ahead and use that. Now we can go to text, for example, or you know what? We can stay in elements and we can say thank you, right? If they're ordering something, if you guys want to include thank you stickers, or if you guys are selling stickers, or if you guys are selling anything else, you can make thank you stickers. This one's free also. So we'll go ahead and put that on there. The pink, it does clash a little, so we're just going to change that color. Yeah, okay, I like the white better. And we're just going to go ahead and just play around with the size a little bit. And also with elements like this, it does have the color profiles up here so you guys can play around with the color. So let's say if we want to play on colors that's more vibrant, we can change that. For the gray tone, we can do like a fun blue. I like that one. This one we can do a yellow. So just to play around with it, we can go ahead and leave that. That's actually fun. So now we have just a thank you sticker. Well, what will be a sticker. We're going to go ahead and highlight them all. So again, just click outward so it's blank. You can click anywhere in here and then just highlight the entire thing, and then we're going to group it together. So now we have one piece, okay? Now you guys have your first sticker. So we're just going to make this size, and we're just going to move it up here. Now let's see what else we can find. And also you guys will see some pretty cool things like the gradients. They have lines, different flowers. So let's say if we go ahead to the flowers, let's do that. Now let's say if we want to come up with something really pretty on our own, you can take this. Also, these are free. So we can take this and let's say if we overlap it with that one, for example. I mean, that is pretty. It's pretty simplistic. We can go and find something else maybe that we can add onto it. Honestly, this is probably enough. Now we're going to do the same thing outwards here, and then we're going to group it together. And then we're just going to size it. Now what we're going to do also is what I'll show you towards the end. Once we get almost done, we're going to add a white border around these designs. We're still going to export it with a transparent background, but the white border is basically to help Cricut know to not cut your sticker. Then let's see if we can find something else really pretty. And honestly, there are so many different free options. We're just going to get a bunch of random things. I like this one. They look pretty nice. So, and then for the most part, they're Canva themselves, pretty free use. If you guys are unsure, you can always check with them. Their customer service department is pretty nice. I've reached out to them myself also before. So now we have this, women empowerment. Let's scroll down, and you guys can actually make some pretty cool ideas, some pretty cool stickers also. So let's say we have this gold, for example. For the sake of the color scheme, let's make it pink. We can go back to elements. You guys can go and get some vivid contrast options, also free. So what's better than sale? Free. Free is definitely better. Oh, this is cool. So we can add this snake up here because why not? And this thing looks like a little skull. We can go ahead and use this. Let's go ahead and scale this down just so we can get it to fit inside of here. This looks pretty good. So we're going to do the same thing for the ones that we group together. This one is two separate ones, so we're just going to, not all of those. Yeah, so we're just going to group those. Now this is one sticker. So now we're just going to size this up. I'm just going to space these out. Now this will be one sticker sheet, and you guys will play around with the sizing of the editing inside of Cricut, which we'll do together, and you guys will be able to make more than one sticker sheet on there. So we're going to go back to elements. Let's see if we can get something in this little space here. here's the thing with Canva, you can't go in like Procreate and then make your own shape around it. However, we can get kind of close to it. It'll still be really cute. Now what I'm going to do is go ahead and change the background to black, only because, as you guys know, it does help visualize a little bit better like your borders, because your borders will be white and we don't want to see a white background with a white border because we cannot tell where it is. So we're just going to go back to elements. We do have that same heart shape, and we're just going to go ahead and select the heart. We're going to turn that white. This one's going to be pretty easy because we can just put it directly behind there. And we're going to go to position and send it to the back. So we have it to the back, and we're just going to play around with the size a little bit because we just want to make a border for that. So that actually works pretty nice. So now we have a pretty cool border for this thank you sticker. The Cricut machine will try to cut around it, but this is just to let it know to leave it alone. And you guys can actually play around with the size a little bit more if you want more of the border to show. If you want less to show, you guys can play around with that. Now these ones are a little bit more trickier. This one we can just use a basic circle. Again, we're going to turn it white. And we're going to send it to the back, and then we're also going to go ahead and size it, and this is going to go behind this. And now we're just going to go ahead and do all the rest of them. Okay, so now we're done with our pictures, and as you guys can see, I did go back and group a lot of these together. We'll regroup them. That way it is one cohesive piece. Now what we're going to do is go ahead and go to download. And once we go to download, it's automatically going to be the suggested PNG, depending on which template that you chose. Well, size preference that you chose for your project. We're going to go to a 2, and of course transparent background. This is only for PNG, and what this does is helps us in the Cricut design space, so we don't have to remove the background on our own. So now we're going to go ahead and download it. Okay, and this is our final image. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and exit out of that. We're going to pull up our Cricut design space again, and we're going to go to new. We're going to upload a new image. Now again, you guys go ahead and grab this and drag it over. Now we can do a simple, moderately complex, or complex. You guys know we're going to do the complex backgrounds. I can go ahead and make this bigger now. Now we're going to go ahead and back out. You guys will see that the background has been removed for us because we exported with a transparent background. And then you guys will also see the borders that we made. This will keep the Cricut from cutting into the actual image, okay? So now we're going to go ahead and save as a print and then cut. In the same exact process, I'm going to go ahead and print it out for you guys, and then you guys will get to see me cut it as well. Now we're going to click it and then insert the image, the same thing that we did last time. Again, it automatically comes out jumbo, girl. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and size this out. We're going to play with, I want to get as many stickers as possible, okay, for this one. So we're just going to even this out, and then it's going to be probably some little small guys, which is fine. So we're just going to go ahead and let's say about there, and then we're going to duplicate it, see if we can get more on the sheet. So now we're at make it, and you guys will see that it was able to put everything onto the page. We may even be able to get some little miniature tiny ones on there, but let's just go back and see. Okay, so yeah, I mean, we can get a couple more on here, some little mini ones. Let's see how that looks. No, we can't, because see, it'll cut it off. So let's go ahead, and we're just going to go ahead and remove this off of here. So now we're just left with these two. We're going to go to make it, and see, it's just one sheet now. It's not two. It won't print out two sheets. If you guys were going to do like the kiss cut sheets, this will make two, but we're going to do the individual stickers, the die cut. So let's go ahead and continue. Now the same exact process that we did with the other stickers. We're going to go ahead and print these out, and then I'll get back with you guys. Now that our stickers are printed, we're going to go ahead and choose the base material. Usually I'll use sticky note, sticker paper, or washi sheet. The washi sheet does the kiss cut stickers for the type of paper that I use. I'm going to go ahead and choose sticker paper because we're going to do some die cuts. And now we're going to go ahead and load. So now that we have our stickers printed, we're going to go ahead and attach it to our Cricut mat. After we do this, we're going to go ahead and insert it into the Cricut machine. Now, while this is cutting, again, I did use the sticky note feature so we can get those die cut stickers, meaning the ones that look like this, that's separated. I do go ahead and use my scraper tool. Again, I got this from Amazon. I'll link it below. But once I get these off, you guys can actually see now the quality of the label of the stickers. Now, this is just a regular label paper that I got from Online Labels. I ordered from their Amazon site. The colors are very vivid. I really do like the printer that I use, which again is the Epson EcoTank 2760. It picks up colors very well, especially these really bright magenta colors. And these are the stickers that we made using Canva. No drawing required. And now I'm going to show you guys the ones that I actually drew on Procreate. The Procreate app, it is really good when it comes to drawing. Again, this one from Canva is very vivid. However, if you guys use Procreate, you guys can do the same exact thing that I did as far as exporting them after you draw the stickers. And you can also trace on there as well. I will make a video in the future about using Procreate for those of you guys who want to get into it. But aside from that, I'm really happy with this. It picked up the details like perfectly in the stickers. And again, make sure you guys always save your projects. But aside from that, I definitely want to thank you guys for watching my video. If you have any more questions, please comment in the section below. I'm always here to help, especially if you guys have any questions about the process that we just did and any others. If you guys want to see more content, let me know. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.